Good morning to everyone on frequency, and thank you for tuning in to the Sandton Amateur Radio Club Bulletin on this Sunday morning, the 12th of January 2025. You are listening to the club station of the Sandton Amateur Radio Club, ZS6STN, which is operated today from the shack of Keith as ZS6HI. The club bulletin is broadcast every Sunday at 8:45 a local time on the following frequencies: 145-700 megahertz, that's FM in the 2-meter band, and on 7115 megahertz, a lower side band in the 40-meter band via a relay from the shack of Knoll ZR6 Delta X-ray. You can also listen to us on Echolink and ZS6STN-R and the All-Star node. And I think that recently, hopefully Justin is on frequency this morning and can give us an update, but I think he's got a DMR link to the repeater as well. For those that may miss the bulletin, the recordings are uploaded to the club's YouTube channel on youtube.com/@ZS6STN, together with the recordings of the club's Power Hour Tech Talks. If you are out there listening this morning's bulletin, please call in after the news. It is great to know who is out there listening. So please call in, and if you don't want to have a chat, just give your call sign and say not coming back. In the agenda for the bulletin today, we will do the SARL news, then we'll move on to club birthdays, club news, we'll consider a special topic of interest, and then we'll have call-ins and swap shop on 40 meters and 20 meters. So let's commence with the SARL bulletin. The South African Radio League news for Sunday, 12 January 2025. Good morning and welcome to the weekly news bulletin of the South African Radio League, read by Keith, ZS6HI, from Fourways in Johannesburg. In the news today, RAE classes, club news, and contest news. Stay tuned for more information on these and other interesting news items. We begin with this news bulletin with the news of a silent key. And unfortunately, this is a silent key that's very close to many in the Sandton Amateur Radio Club. It is with deep regret that we announce that the key of Neville Busser, ZS6 Bravo November, went silent on the 6th of January 2025. He passed away suddenly from a pulmonary embolism. He is survived by his wife Rita, son Graham ZS6GL, daughter Amanda, grandchildren Gerrit, Robert ZS6BOB, Jason and Nathan ZR6BN, and Jacqueline married to Nemanja, and great-grandson Axel. Our condolences to Graham and Nathan and Robert, and the family of Neville Busser. You are listening to a news bulletin of the South African Radio League. RAE classes. The Sandton Amateur Radio Club will start its virtual RA classes in January. These online classes take place on weekday evenings and are open to all RAE students, irrespective of their physical location or club affiliation. This may assist those for whom no other classes are readily available. ZS6STN also arranges a mock RAE exam, in-person HF assessments, and antenna builds within the northern Johannesburg area to prepare students. However, if students cannot attend these in-person events, we ask their own clubs or close-by assessors to assist with their HF assessments. Experienced RAE instructors conduct these virtual classes, and all those interested are most welcome to email rae@zs6stn.org.za. I repeat, rae@zs6stn.org.za for further information or to get on board. Club news. What are you doing at 1900 CAT on Wednesday, 29 January? You're not sure yet? Well, here is an opportunity not to be missed. The first Power Hour Tech Talk of 2025, our live via Zoom special guest will be Philip, ZS6 Fox Yankee. Philip was the initiator of the Wacky 1 Watt Challenge, is also the reigning winner of the 2024 QRP contest series, and a very experienced QRP radio operator. Philip will be joining us to share his journey in the world of QRP radio, from basic principles to contest-winning tips. This talk will introduce you to his way of playing QRP radio with valuable insights for beginners and more experienced operators alike. Please diarize 1900 CAT on Wednesday, 29 January now, and join us for what is bound to be a very interesting talk on operating QRP radio and antennas. Please see the SARL upcoming events diary for further details. Just as a reminder, you are listening to a news bulletin of the South African Radio League. Contest news. Breaking news. For those who have just returned from their December holidays, and a last reminder for everyone. At 0700 UTC this coming Saturday, 18 January, it's the start of the summer leg of the SARL QRP contest. The QRP contest is fun and exciting contest that provides a platform for lots of experimentation, and that's an invitation to all, not just avid QRPers. Do you want to operate from your QTH, or do you want to get out into the field somewhere? Do you want to operate with a friend, or do you want to go solo? Do you want to operate QRO or QRP? Remember, you can choose your buddy, your radio, your location, your modes, your antenna's orientation, and your power level, or you can even switch them up during the 2-hour contest window. The first hour is reserved for the 40-meter band, whilst during the second hour you can use any or all of 40, 20, or even the 10-meter bands to take advantage of different propagation conditions. The choice is yours. Enjoy the summer contest and then complete and submit your logbook. This will put you in the running for a certificate and the various awards. And as an added benefit, you can then use your logbook to track your experiments and results across the 4 legs of the 2025 contest series. The minimum exchange is a realistic RS-RST or RSQ report, ideally your 6-digit grid square, and your QSO power level. Please join the summer leg of the SARL QRP contest this coming Saturday, 18 January, between 7 and 9 UTC in the morning on Saturday. And please see page 42 of the contest manual or the SARL upcoming events. Moving on to the propagation report. Hannes Kutsia, ZS6BZP, reports that the solar activity is expected to be at low to moderate levels. There are currently 12 sunspot regions with simple to complex magnetic configurations visible. There is a high probability for C-class and a moderate probability for M-class solar flares. If you want to do your own frequency predictions, the expected effective sunspot number for the week will be around 104. The 10 to 20 meter bands will, especially in the late afternoon and early evening, provide some great DX fun. Please visit the website spaceweather.sansa.org.za for further information. At this point, I'm going to break in the SARL News Bulletin, and we will move on to the ZS6STN Club News Bulletin. And then we will come back for the final closing events of the SARL Bulletin. It's now time to move on to members' birthdays for the week ahead. And I've just included 1 or 2 historical ones as well. So we have to wish and congratulate, and best wishes and congratulations to all on the celebration of their birthdays and or upcoming birthdays. Carl Kruger on the 9th of January, ZS6CPK. Mohammed Majid on the 11th of January. Kevin Nike on the 14th of January, ZS6KNA. Paul Stansel on the 16th of January, ZS6PQ. And Henry Riley on the 18th of January, ZS6AKR. Once again, best wishes to all of you on your birthdays. Let's move on to some Sandton Amateur Radio Club news, and this obviously correlates sometimes with the SARL news as well. So firstly, from a Sandton Amateur Radio Club perspective, the RAE is starting in January. And I just wonder if Gerrit, ZS6 Golf Victor Hotel, is on frequency. He is coordinating all of this with all of the lecturers together with Samir, ZS6 EDC. Gerrit, are you on frequency and would like to give us an update on the RAE? Please go ahead now. ZS6STN is listening. Okay, it appears Gerrit's not on frequency, but yes, a big thank you to Gerrit, Samir, supported by Samir, and the lecturers that are going to give up their time during the RAE contest. Listen to me, the RAE lectures. Right, let's move on. The QRP contest is this coming Saturday, the 18th of January, as you've just heard. And as this one is underwritten by ZS6STN, we would certainly like as many ZS6STN participants out there as possible. You do not have to run QRP power if you do not wish to do so. You can run your normal power. You can operate from anywhere, as you've heard, and please do submit your logbooks. That's the important item. Have fun during the contest and then submit your logbooks. So do diarize this coming Saturday from 7 to 9 UTC or 9 to 11 CA Central African time. That's 9 o'clock in the morning on this coming Saturday. Then the 40-meter club contest is on the 25th of February. So that's the 40-meter band, and this is where each club or each person that participates also represents a club. And if you're multi-clubbed, in other words, you've got multiple memberships, you have to choose your club that you are supporting for that particular 40-meter club contest. But we would like as many members to participate in the 40-meter club contest as possible, because that's the way we accrue points for ZS6STN. And as you know, we're always in contest with all the other clubs trying to win these contests. A lot of fun, participation against one another in these contests. So the 25th of February, Saturday the 25th of February, is the 40-meter club contest. Diarize that one now. Moving on to the Power Hour Tech Talk. As you heard in the SARL news, it's on Wednesday the 29th of January. And that will be with Philip, ZS6 Fox Yankee, who's going to do a talk on QRP radio and associated antennas. So this is an inexpensive way of getting into the hobby and playing radio. QRP radios tend to be a little bit cheaper than the 100-watt plus radios, and are usually portable as well. So you can take them into the field on holiday with you, on a hike with you, or whatever you're doing. So this talk is going to be pretty awesome. Please diarize the 29th of January for this talk. And at the same time, we would like to use this opportunity to start our monthly meetings, monthly Sandton Club member meetings. And we want to try and do these at CJ's, which is 11 Kildoon Road in Bryanston. CJ's is Carly and Jacques' premises that they have offered to us, as we've spoken about before. So we would like to hold the inaugural regular club meeting at CJ's on the upcoming Wednesday, 29 January, from 5:30 in the afternoon to 8:30 in the evening. So if you can join us physically, in person, at CJ's on Wednesday, the 29th of January for our first club meeting, this will be the inaugural meeting, and we would like to then hold regular last Wednesday of the month, club meetings at CJ's. So please do diarize this one. You don't have to be there at 7:30. You can get there later if you want to delay the traffic or anything like that. And then we will all participate in the Tech Talk, which starts at 7 in the evening, 1900, and ends at around 2000. And then thereafter we will close up and go home. So please diarize Wednesday, 29 of January for our inaugural regular club meet at CJ's, as well as the Power Hour Tech Talk. This will also be an opportunity for us to ascertain how much interest there is in getting together as a club on a regular basis. Obviously, this is on a Wednesday evening, but we could also use other opportunities like Saturday afternoons, but we want to gauge that members' interest and participation. So please, if you are interested in regular club meets, please do try and attend. Moving on, the ZS6 Pretoria boot sale is on the 1st of February, and that'll be out in Pretoria. So diarise that one, also usually a good visit. Then the field day weekend, it's in the future, 8th to 9th of March, but you have to plan ahead for these things. So the field day weekend for ZS6STN will be typically out at the Sleepy River Caravan Park in the Mkhalis, and it is an awesome location for playing radio. And we would like as many members to join us over that weekend on the 8th and 9th of March out there for either the Saturday as a day visitor or come out for the weekend. So please consider your field day weekend on the 8th and 9th of March. Then just this week I was asked by the Baykar team, that's the balloon carrying amateur radio team, as this is the 100th anniversary of the SARL. They are planning a big a centenary event for Baykar this year, and they wanted to know if ZS6STN is going to fly. And I gave the unanimous yes, ZS6STN will be flying Baykar this year. So if you want to do something personally to fly on Baykar, or with a mate, or something like that, or get involved in Baykar, consider that. It will be the centenary event will take place during the second weekend of October. So that's way in advance, but if you're going to build something to fly, a payload to fly, then it's better to start preparing now for Baykar in that second week in October. And I'd like to reach out to Stuart. Are we going to fly another Whisper Beacon, Stuart? I think it would be a great idea. So let's prepare for Baykar. Then some ongoing stuff that's been happening. So the Justin, ZS6JGP, and our email service, they have upgraded our email services. So we're going to test that in the near future by sending out invites to everybody via email again and seeing that all works correctly. So there's been some work done on that particular front. And then there's been lots of work on the high site. I know that Justin and Dave and the team have been occasionally publishing on the WhatsApp group that is repeater is down for maintenance, or this repeater is down, or this repeater's on strike, and they've been doing quite a lot of work on the repeater service. So I'd like to see if Justin or Dave are on frequency to give us an update what's going on. So Justin, ZS6JGP, are you on frequency, ZS6STN?
ZS6STN, ZS6JGP, good morning. Yeah, so an update on our high site and infrastructure. Our UHF repeater is currently on my bench. Hopefully that will be an easy fix and be online soon. We've upgraded our site monitoring and management system, allowing us to power cycle repeaters and our node remotely. We've set up bandpass filters on our analog repeaters to help with the slight interference we have. So we are planning a day to realign or tune the VHF antenna to limit the interference. That's the new 4-stack VHF antenna. The ZANET network is fully functional with West Rand, Kempton Park and Sandton linked, and Echo Link at each site working. We have an experimental DMR talk group set up, linked to ZANET. If you'd like to play, you can connect on talk group 655002, time slot 2, color code 1. Currently there is a delay due to the time to decode and encode the audio as experienced on Echo Link, so just keep that in mind if you're using the service. Thank you very much, Keith, ZS6ST and ZS6JGP.
Thank you very much, Justin. A lot of great, interesting and exciting stuff going on there, and well done to the repeater team as well. And if anybody else wants to get involved, then do put up your hand. I'm sure they would love to have you on board. I do know that just before Christmas, we went out to the site as well. We put up that 4-stack, as Justin's mentioned. Now we just got to tune it a little bit because of that interference, but thank you to the team who are going out there regularly and doing what's necessary at the repeater site. As you can see, there's lots to get involved in and contribute to, so please do join in. And if uncertain on how you want to get involved or how to join in, please drop us a line on the WhatsApp group or send an email to info@zs6stn.org.za. At this point, I'd like to ask if there's anyone out there with any further club news or news that may be of interest to those on frequency. Please call in now. ZS6STN is listening.
Yeah, ZS6GM.
Good morning, Chris. ZS6GM, please take a round. ZS6STN.
Yeah, from ZS6GM, good morning to you, Keith. Just to let you know that on an experimental basis, I am relaying the Sandton Bulletin into the Lowveld on 145.675, and we have at least two listeners that I know of. Our man Helgi, ZS6HB, is listening and gave me a signal report, and our man Johan, ZS6 Alpha Fox, is also listening, but I'm hoping that Philip FY will also be out there somewhere. ZS6STN, ZS6GM.
Oh, wonderful. I love these initiatives. Thank you, Chris. That is great news. And I hope that the Lowveld team enjoy the news bulletin and come back on us. And sometimes if they set up a link on Echolink or something, please, guys, do feel free to contribute to the bulletin. Okay, let's move on to the topic of interest. And I've actually got two little topics that I would like to share today. One is following on from Chris's Tech Talk last week, which you'll find up on ZS6STN YouTube channel. But Chris took us through battery technology, and at that time I also mentioned that I'd read a small little article on a diamond battery. So I'd like to just introduce that one and provide a little bit more information on that particular one as well. You never know if these things are going to materialize into commercial products at the end of the day, but they make for very interesting reading and show where the research is going. So this is about the world's first nuclear-powered diamond battery with a 5,700-year lifespan that has been unveiled by the UK. Carbon-14's short-range radiation, safely encased within a diamond, makes this battery both safe and highly durable. Maybe it's safe unless you're walking through a X-ray machine at the airport, but let's go through the detail of this particular short article. Scientists from the University of Bristol and the UK Atomic Energy Authority have successfully developed the world's first carbon-14 diamond battery. This revolutionary energy source has the potential to power devices for thousands of years, offering a sustainable and efficient solution for a wide range of applications. How does it work? The carbon-14 diamond battery leverages the radioactive decay of carbon-14, a radioactive isotope commonly used in radiocarbon dating, to generate electricity. It is encased in a diamond, which is one of the hardest materials known, and the battery then safely captures radiation to produce power. Carbon-14 emits short-range radiation, which is absorbed by the diamond casing, ensuring safety while generating low levels of electricity. The battery operates similarly to solar panels, but instead of converting light into electricity, it uses fast-moving electrons from radioactive decay. The result is a long-lasting, reliable power source with an impressive lifespan. Since carbon-14 has a half-life of 5,700 years, the battery will retain half of its power even after thousands of years. Sarah Clark, the director of Tritium Fuel Cycle at the UK AEA, emphasized the sustainability and safety of this innovation, saying diamond batteries offer a safe, sustainable way to provide continuous microwatt levels of power. They are an emerging technology that uses a manufactured diamond to safely encase small amounts of carbon-14. It will have versatile applications in medicine, space, and beyond. One of the most promising aspects of carbon-14 diamond batteries is their versatility. These batteries can be used in a variety of environments and devices where conventional power sources are impractical. The biocompatible diamond battery could revolutionize healthcare by powering implants such as pacemakers, hearing aids, and ocular devices. Unlike traditional batteries, which need frequent replacements, the diamond battery could last for decades, reducing patient discomfort and surgical risks. Moreover, these batteries are ideal for space missions and remote Earth locations that could power spacecraft spacecraft, satellites, and even radio frequency tags for decades, reducing costs and extending operational lifespans. The nuclear power technology can support a whole range of important applications, from space technologies and security devices to medical implants. The carbon-14 used in these batteries is extracted from graphite blocks, a byproduct of nuclear fission reactors. By repurposing this radioactive material, the technology reduces nuclear waste while creating a valuable energy source. The UK alone holds nearly 95,000 tons of graphite blocks. The process involves using a plasma deposition rig, a specialized device developed by the collaborative team to grow the diamond structure. Not only does this approach provide a practical use for radioactive waste, but it also reduces the cost and challenges of safe storage. The carbon-14 diamond battery is not only a technological marvel, but also a safe energy solution. Its short-range radiation, as already advised, is fully absorbed by the diamond casing, ensuring no harmful emissions. Even if disposal is necessary, the battery can be returned to the manufacturer for safe recycling. So that's an interesting little one that another rabbit hole down where battery technology is potentially going to be in the future. And then talking about radio as well, I would just like to say I read an interesting news article on wireless technology. Now, we all use Wi-Fi, and we're all very interested in wireless applications because we are using radio. So a new wireless technology reaches a record 1 terabits per second data transmission speed. Let me repeat that, 1 terabit per second data transmission speed, which is an unprecedented data rate and could revolutionize wireless and mobile networks. Hey, if I can just get mine to sustainably operate at 100 megabits per second, I'd be very, very happy. But anyway, let's this is a little short article on this new technology that's been busy being developed. By combining different wireless techniques, UK researchers achieved a record-breaking data transmission speed of 1 terabit per second in lab experiments. Now it only needs to prove itself in commercially viable applications. The University of College London team achieved a nearly 1 terabit per second data transfer over a wireless connection. This world record feat opened the door to future improvements in high-speed wireless. The researchers used a wide range of frequencies in the electromagnetic spectrum, achieving data rates thousands of times faster than a typical download speed over 5G networks. The article described an ultra-wideband transmission over the air that combines electronic and photonic systems. So the radio frequencies are now congested with many disparate signals, which interfere with wireless communication speeds. The UCL team overcame this bottleneck by using radio and optical technologies in a mix which provided much faster and more stable data transmission capabilities. The researchers developed a novel solution which performed better in the 5 to 50 gigahertz range for using advanced electronics, and in the 50 to 150 gigahertz range they used light signals. This achieved a total bandwidth of more than 5 times higher than previous wireless transmissions. The blistering speed, 9380 gigabits per second. The ultra-wide transmission method transferred a 2-hour Ultra HD movie of 14 gigabytes in just 0.12 seconds. A 14 gigabyte file in just 0.12 seconds. It typically takes 19 minutes over 100 megabits per second 5G connection to do a 14 gigabits file. Currently, wireless communication systems are struggling to keep up with the increasing demand for high-speed data access, so this might be a new way to go. It's only been demonstrated in the lab under ideal conditions, so it's a long way to go yet, but they have begun working on a prototype device to test in a commercial environment. Optimistically, a proper implementation of the novel transmission method could be ready for implementation in commercial equipment within 3 to 5 years. So that's another interesting thing. Are you getting upset with your Wi-Fi? How would you like 1 terabits per second data transmission? Right, I think that brings us to the end of the Tech Talks for this morning. So then I'd like to say a very big thank you to everyone out there who is listening and for your interest and participation this morning. Please do remember we will have an in-person club meet on Wednesday evening on the Tech Talk evening. I think that's the 29th of January out at CJ's 11 Kildoon in Bryanston, and we would love you to be there if you can be there, and we will watch the Tech Talk together over the overhead projector and Zoom. We trust that you've enjoyed the bulletin this morning, and please feel free to contribute any ideas, comments, or any constructive criticism to info@ZS6STN.org.za. And as always, thank you to the stations that assisted with relays and to those who contribute to the content from time to time. Join us again next Sunday at 8:45 CAT for the regular bulletin of the Sandton Amateur Radio Club. This brings us to a close the weekly club bulletin of the Sandton Amateur Radio Club ZS6STN, today operated by Keith ZS6HI from Fourways. Thank you to all, and 7-3. ZS6STN now relinquishes all frequencies for general use.